Coming up on the show, we go back in time to look at how Linebaugh Library got its start.
Plus, the former First Lady of Murfreesboro talks about her favorite books.
And we get an animated discussion from one of the Youth Services Department's favorite patrons. The Linebaugh Public Library offers so much to our community.
From books to events to technology classes, there's always something to do here.
You know, Cecilia, Linebaugh has been a part of our city and county for a long time. How long? Well, let's take a trip back in the time machine to when it all started in what we call our Linebaugh Rewind. Almost 70 years ago, the first Linebaugh Library opened its doors and literally made everyone feel at home. That's because it was a home. The library was first located at the newly renovated Herrell House, previously known as the Eaton House, at Central Memorial Park. It wasn't an easy journey to open the doors either. It took 6 years between letters to and from benefactor Henry T. Linebaugh, various council discussions, and delays due to World War II to finally open the library. The City County Library Board spent $3,500 on furnishings, from furniture to books. Additionally, they received a number of newly published works while participating in the Regional Library Project administered by the Middle Tennessee State College Library. Donations from the community were also given to open the library. On April 1, 1948, an open house was held with more than 600 residents and out-of-town guests on hand. More than 7,000 books were on the shelves almost 70 years ago. That's a far cry from the number of books that you'll find at the library today. Linebaugh Library remained at the Herrell House until October 1953, when it moved to its next location on North Spring Street. More on that move in the next episode.
You can't have a great library without a hardworking staff behind the scenes. Linebaugh Library is no exception. Recently, Linebaugh announced the opening of a new technology center next to Hopgood Elementary. Today, we meet the man who will oversee the center. It's time for Staff Stuff.
So I'll be the managing librarian for the branch, which means supervision of the staff and the building, and also doing outreach to the community, especially outreach to schools and local businesses. So I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I graduated from the University of Alabama with my master's degree in library sciences. My first library job was as the director of a small library outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Chester Springs Library. Then I actually moved to California, where I opened the first Platinum LEED library in the country, Portola Valley Library. After that, I was the director of Spring Hill Library, and during my time there, we were the first library in the country to provide internet hotspots for checkout, so people could actually check out the internet at the library, something Linebaugh Library provides now. And after that, I was the associate director of public services in Colorado Springs. So I wanted to move back to the south, move back to this area, and there was an opportunity to do something new and exciting in libraries. So here I came. Well, this is one of the first all-digital libraries in the country. We'll have new maker spaces with 3D printing, CNC machines, vinyl cutters. We'll have Adobe Creative Suite and other creative software for people to not only take in digital information, but create their own digital content, as well as having meeting rooms where people can have staff trainings for small businesses and community meetings, which is something that the library system is really excited to provide here. Having folks see the library as a living space for the community, where they meet, where they learn, where they develop their own ideas, and where they innovate. We'll be opening in June of next year, and I'll be excited to see everybody down at the library.
Linebaugh is blessed to have a tremendous amount of support. The former First Lady of Murfreesboro, Jeannie Bragg, wife of former Mayor Tommy Bragg, happens to be one of those supporters. She stopped by today to tell us about one of her favorite books in a segment we call Book It.
My name is Jeannie Bragg, and I have been a patron of Linebaugh Library for 48 years. Because I have so many interests, I am fortunate to pick out books that are classics, such as this Welcome to My Studio for Oil Painters, that help me in hobbies that I have. In addition, I love to sew, and this Nancy's Notions book is a great reference for sewers of any skill level. I love to crochet, and I get stumped on quite a few stitches every once in a while. The library always has something to help me through my bumps. I think one reason I love coming to the library so much is they stay up to date on so many current reads. They have the latest in fiction plus the classics to which you can refer. Why don't you come by and check out this happy place yourself?
Do you and your friends ever visit the library together, or maybe have book discussions? There are a number of groups and clubs where people come together to talk about everything regarding books and more, like the Graphic Novel Club, for example. Hey, what are we waiting for? Let's go clubbing.
Our comics and graphic novels group is called Let's Get Graphic, and basically it was my idea to have fans of comic books and graphic novels get together. It's not often a book club that people would normally think of, and I just wanted to get it started. It's actually what I do for a living. Yeah, I'm a librarian for a local wholesaler, and my specialty is comics. We've had a lot of good buzz, definitely. Very interested people from all ages, really, and all different genres and interests within comics show up. So we've had as young as a 10-year-old up through, middle age. So anyone and everyone is welcome. We discuss any publisher of comics, any genre of comics. Each month we focus on a different genre or section of comics. This month we're doing sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and mystery. And so everyone can just bring their favorite stuff and actually physically bring it with them and kind of do a show and tell and talk about why they think it's cool. Comics and graphic novels are not just superheroes, even though that's what people are mostly familiar with, especially through the movie properties. There's so much more. Any kind of book that you could possibly pick up in any genre in prose, you can find it in comics as well. And that's what the message we want to get out there is that, there can be some really deep literary themes as well as fun stuff. And there's just something for everyone, every age group, and we just hope that you'll come out. Our meetings are the last Thursday of every month from 6:30 to 7:30 in the boardroom on the second floor of the Linebaugh Library in Murfreesboro.
The Youth Services Department has a wide variety of books and DVDs to engage your child's imagination. Today, Miss Mindy interviews one of the devoted patrons of the department in an animated way, in a segment we appropriately call Bring the Fun.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the first ever Linebaugh Public Library Storytime After Show. My name is Mindy Barrett, and I am a children's librarian here at Linebaugh. Our guest today is Adam. How are you doing today, Adam?
Good.
So tell us, how old are you?
7.
Adam has attended Storytime for several years here at Linebaugh Library. Tell us, Adam, what is your favorite part of Storytime?
Mostly Mindy.
Mostly me?
Well, that puppet with
Oh, the puppet? Which puppet?
mostly the people, kinda.
Do you have a favorite puppet show?
Mostly the first one, because it was my first time seeing it.
Do you have a favorite book?
Mostly Pete the Cat.
Those are really, really good. You visit us at the library at least once a week. We see you. What do you like most about coming to the library?
Reading books.
You like reading books? I know there's something else you've been doing at the library this summer. Every time you come in, you have something. What is it you have with you? Do you know? And you move them from one place to another, and you check the patio.
Rocks.
You want to talk about that?
They're Murfreesboro rocks, and people paint them. And you can other people try to find them, and then they can hide them somewhere else.
And you paint rocks and hide them as well?
Well, for my birthday, we painted rocks because we did a little treasure hunt, and all of mine were green.
So, you paint rocks. That's one of your hobbies. Do you have any other hobbies?
Mostly, I also like checking out movies.
Oh, you check out movies from the library. What's your favorite movie?
Mostly Star Wars.
Do you have any pets?
I have a cat and 3 rabbits and fish, and that's all.
So Adam, do you have any questions for me?
Do you ever check out books?
All the time. It's my favorite thing. I love to read. Do you like to read?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Adam, for being our very first guest on the Storytime After Show. If you would like more information about Storytime, as well as Linebaugh's other great children's programs, come see us in the children's department or visit us at linebaugh.org.
There are so many great books at Linebaugh, and occasionally an author of one of those books will stop by for a special visit. Today we talked to local author Cliff Sharp, who recently did a book signing in a segment we call Author.
Every month I write an article in our newsletter, and I call it Cliff Notes, and I've been doing this now for over 17 years. And so my wife and family and some of our friends picked out some of them from our old newsletters and put it together and surprised me. And so, and then we also, in this book, it's a devotional book, and with it we have some questions and ideas and things that might help someone as far as the devotional. But the best thing about the book is just stories that happen at Greenhouse every day. And it is of course, Christian-based, and we call them God stories because we get to see God in action every day at Greenhouse. So this is stories that we have gathered from, like I say, 17 years at Greenhouse, and then we shared 52 of them. As they read these stories, they can see the finger of God in everyday life.
Not only can you read about technology at the library, you can also learn it in a classroom setting. Linebaugh offers various technology classes from desktop to smartphone. The crew from the IT department offers this bit of advice to make you a little more tech savvy so you can do it.
Hello, I'm Pete Wood, a computer technician with Linebaugh Public Library System. Do you find yourself always buying software for your devices only to use it only for one project or sometimes not at all? Do you feel like the price of commercial software is simply too expensive? Did you know you can get perfectly good free software for almost any task you need to accomplish? Today we are going to talk about free and open source software. The definition of free software is software that can be freely used, modified, and redistributed with only one restriction, that being any redistributed version of the software must be distributed with the original terms of free use, modification, and distribution. Open source software, on the other hand, is also free software that is issued under a specific license that makes it freely available for non-commercial use. Some of these have a suggested donation that is used to help support and improve upon the software. Here are some common examples. A full version of Microsoft Office can retail for over $150, but you can still create and edit Microsoft files with several free Office suites. OpenOffice, which is a free open source version of Office owned by the Apache Foundation. It has all the features of a full version of Microsoft Office with 6 components that mirror the capabilities of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Draw, Access, and Equation Editor. You can download it for any operating system at openoffice.org. If you can't quite bring yourself to pay upwards of $750 for Adobe Photoshop, try GIMP. GIMP stands for Graphic Image Manipulation Program and has all the standard features of its commercial counterpart. The interface takes a little getting used to, but in a short time you'll be doing a professional photo editing for free. If you, like a lot of folks, have trouble remembering all of your passwords for your various accounts, LastPass is an excellent free complete password manager that runs on any operating system, and it integrates with all major browsers. It includes unlimited password storage, the capability for 2-factor authentication, strong device level encryption, form autofill, and a built-in password generator for creating strong passwords. If you are looking for security software like antivirus or malware spyware protection, give these a try. AVG has good malware protection, has a web tune-up feature that installs on all your browsers, and offers several useful and important security features, as well as a do not track component that checks each web page you visit and cuts off any trackers. It also includes a browser cleaner that lets you click to delete history, web form data, and cookies. Bitdefender also offers very good malware protection and is tops at anti-phishing. So how do you find free software that best suits your needs? You can have a lot of luck searching in Google for free software and find many free and trial versions of what you're looking for. There's also a site called OSALT, OSALT.com. OSALT.com is an informational site that lets you search for the retail version of software and then offers you a list of free and open source alternatives and where to download them. Also, radio host Kim Commando's website offers an extensive list of verified and safe software downloads. Her site is commando.com/download. One thing to remember is always be careful when exploring free software and make sure you are downloading it from a reputable source. For more information about free software, visit linebaugh.org or email us your questions to freeintennessee, FREEINTENN @linebaugh.org.
Did you know you can visit Linebaugh just about everywhere in the county? There are branches in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Eagleville, and the Bookmobile as well. There's also a branch inside one of the most active spots in Murfreesboro, the Patterson Park Community Center. It's the Myrtle Glanton Lord Library, named after one of the most influential educators in Murfreesboro. Let's pay a visit to the MGL Library to hear a word from our branches.
This is the Myrtle Glanton Lord Memorial Library. It's located inside of Patterson Park Community Center. It's been a part of the Linebaugh system since 2004. MGL Library is an express branch of the Linebaugh Library system, which means that we've got books, CDs, DVDs, all the items that you have at the larger branches. It's just that we've got smaller collections, so we have some of the more popular titles.
Well, as a library, Myrtle Glanton Lord is the second smallest of our 4 branches, but we actually get the new movies first, which a lot of people don't know. So first of all, it's a smaller branch, it's easier parking, it's easier to get your kids in here. And if you're already here doing something like swimming or being a part of the park, you can drop off your books from Smyrna, Eagleville, or Linebaugh. So it's a really great in-between place if you're not sure where to go.
We also have about a dozen computers, access to Wi-Fi throughout Patterson Park, as well as kids' computers, kids' programming, and just all the trappings that you get with the larger library on a much smaller scale.
Since March of 2016, we've been doing a regular story time every Friday at 10 a.m. We have lots of kids come in, mostly from homeschool, but also from schools around the city. We always start with our hello song, we always do a craft, we have games, we have dances, and of course, we read some awesome books from the library.
We also have an outreach program with the We Care Daycare that runs on Wednesdays. And we're actually just about to get started with a new kids program called One Up. It's an afternoon program that is going to be run by Miss Emily, our youth services coordinator. It's going to be on Tuesdays from 2:30 till about 4. It's geared more towards the kids who are older than the Storytime group, thus the title One Up. They're one level up from where they were, and it's going to be more than just reading. It's history, science, reading as well, art. She's got a whole group of things that she's getting ready to do.
Well, honestly, it's actually the best job I've ever had. I've worked with kids ever since I was young, but being able to be in this library that's a smaller branch, to be able to control what kind of stuff I get to do, to be able to participate with the community and come up with programming that really helps and is what the community needs from us, I just find so much joy in that. To watch the kids smile and dance along with me just makes my day.
You don't have to have a library card to take part in our story time. You also don't need a Patterson Park membership or any kind of parks membership to get into the library. Even though for most of their services you are required to have a membership. With the library, it's a completely free service, so you come into the front door, say, hey, I want to go into the library. They give you a pass and you come right on back. MGL Library is open 9 to 7 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4 Friday and Saturday. We are closed on Sunday.
There's always something happening here at Linebaugh.
That's right, Michael. Here are a few of the upcoming events.
Local author D.F. Jones will be doing a book signing on October 14th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Linebaugh main branch.
Author Michelle Russell will also be doing a book signing on October 17th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the main branch.
Representatives from MTSU will be on hand on October 25th beginning at 6 p.m. to show how you can go back to college and finish your degree as an adult.
Here's a fun family activity. Visit the library on October 21st, November 8th, and December 16th from 10 a.m. to noon and watch a fun family movie.
Are you looking for a gift for someone this holiday season? Don't miss the Friends of Linebaugh book sale on October 21st and November 18th from 9 a.m. to noon in the upper level of the parking garage at Linebaugh. So that's going to wrap it up for this show.
As you've seen, there's a lot to do at Linebaugh.
And we haven't come close to telling you about everything else that's happening here.
You can always go to their website at linebaugh.org to find out about upcoming events, classes, clubs, groups, and more.
Or you can stop at one of the 4 major locations, the main branch on West Vine Street, the Myrtle Glanton Lord Library, and branches in Eagleville and Smyrna. Also, be on the lookout for the library Lookmobile.
If you haven't been to any of our Linebaugh locations, you're missing out. From books, DVDs, activities, and so much more. Take time to visit your local library.
Thanks for watching.